everybody, it's Sandra here, Clean and Simple Life, and welcome to What's for Dinner Wednesday. So I did mention earlier today that I was going to do chicken and ribs for dinner with our Stampede barbecue, which is really delicious. However, a little bit of a change of plans. Steve is unfortunately out of town tonight, and I didn't feel like eating a rack of ribs and chicken all by myself. So we're going to postpone that one until Friday, so stay tuned. I will have some updates on that on Friday. But in the meantime, I decided that I did need to have dinner, and I didn't really feel like wanting to order out or anything like that because that's just not healthy, and I'm saving for a cruise. So I got out my Good Food Real Fast Asian kit and decided I was going to make easy Asian lettuce wraps. They are one of my favorites. I love lettuce wraps. So quick, so easy. I've got pretty much everything assembled here, and it has not taken me very long. It has taken me, I think, maybe up to now 10-15 minutes, give or take. So the Good Food Real Fast Asian kit comes with everything that you need. Comes with 5 different recipes and a grocery list. So the easy Asian lettuce wraps are in there. You've also got a miso noodle soup recipe. What else is in there? Slow cooker Asian chop suey, which is amazing. I love that one too. A soba noodle salad and Asian tacos, which, stay tuned, that's going to be coming up in one of my What's for Dinner Wednesdays in the next little while. But it comes with the sesame ginger salad dressing, the Asian stir fry mix, the chipotle aioli mix, which you can use on so many different things. This is absolutely delicious. And of course the miso broth. So everything comes all together. No need to worry about it. You've got a grocery list. Everything's good to go. So I've got some ground chicken here that I cooked up in the microwave, mixed it with a tablespoon of the Asian stir fry. I like to add a little bit of sesame oil in mine just because I like the taste of sesame oil. I think it kind of gives it a little nuttier taste. And because it's ground chicken, it's already very lean, so I'm not concerned about adding a little bit of extra fat in there. And some low sodium soy sauce. So that went in there, so I'll show you that in a minute. But in the meantime, while that was cooking, I also made up some ramen noodles to go on the side. Yes, I do buy ramen noodles. I like the noodles. What I do with my ramen noodles, however, is I open my package, take the noodles out, and I throw away the powder broth mix crap. So all I did was I took my block of ramen noodles, put it in here, put some of the sesame ginger sauce on it, dressing mix, sorry, some of the miso broth, little bit of sesame oil again, and some soy sauce. Poured some boiling water on it, and it's just been sitting there for the last, I'm going to say 8 minutes or so while the chicken was cooking. And I'm also going to serve that with some coleslaw, just store-bought packaged coleslaw, nothing fancy. I made up the sesame ginger salad dressing. Now, that one of the things that I often do is I will make salad dressings in advance. So I'll do some meal prepping on the weekends, and I'll make 2 or 3 different dressings based on what I'm going to be having during the week. So quite often I'll have dressing already to go, so it saves me, again, a little bit of time. But honestly, takes no time. 2 tablespoons of the dressing mix, 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1/3 of a cup of oil, and 1/2 cup of rice wine vinegar. Good to go there. Just gonna pour a little bit on my coleslaw, toss it up. And again, you know, the beauty of making it yourself, you get to control how much dressing you want on there. So for me, that looks like it's going to be about enough. Sorry, the lighting is not great, is there? My metal bowl is reflecting. But there's not a whole lot in there. I'm going to say there's maybe 2 tablespoons of dressing on that. So that looks all good. And I had from previous catalogs still left, which was in the Asian kit previously, not that one, wasabi ginger aioli. Yeah, wasabi ginger aioli. So, oh, there we go. That's a little bit better. So I made this one up. I happen to really, really like it, and because I still had it, I used that as my as my aioli instead of the chipotle, but I do love the chipotle as well, so don't think that I don't. So here is my ground chicken that I made up. If you can see that, okay, the lighting's not fantastic. Apologize for that, but it smells delicious. It was 6 minutes in the microwave. Yes, I microwaved my ground chicken. Don't judge me. Try it, and then you let me know. That's one of the beautiful things about our steamers is I can make stuff like this in the microwave. It turns out juicy and tender, and it takes no time whatsoever. So that's the beauty. And I'm just using our ground meat separator, which it's called a ground meat separator, but believe me, this thing is such a multifunctional tool. I mash my potatoes with it. When I do mashed potatoes, I mash avocados with it. Aside from just doing the ground beef, it's great. You can use it for so many different things. It's fantastic. Mash up your bananas when you're making banana bread, which I'm going to be doing tomorrow. So it's awesome. So there we go. I just kind of ground it up a little bit more. Toss that in the sink. Deal with that later. And now, just use this spoon. So, and then I just scoop it up into my lettuce leaves here. I'm just using regular iceberg lettuce. Just because the leaves tend to be a little bit bigger and they make for a nice bowl to hold my meat in. But if you don't like lettuce wraps and you find them a little bit too messy, because let's be honest, they are a little bit messy, you could certainly use tortilla shells if you want, the soft tortillas. Those would be really good. You could do that. Or if you don't want to use iceberg lettuce, romaine lettuce works well. Boston lettuce, Boston bib lettuce, that's also a nice one. The leaves aren't quite as big, but they do have that, that nice texture to them, and they're a little bit more robust, so they will hold nicely. So if you want to use that, that's okay too. So I just put a little bit of that in there. I'm going to top it with my wasabi ginger aioli. That looks like a lot, but I'll spread it out a little bit more here. And that's it. That is going to be dinner. I'm going to put a little coleslaw on the side as well. And strain out my ramen noodles. And there we have it. Somewhere here. Oh, there we go. See? It doesn't have to be fancy, and it doesn't have to be perfect, because, hey, nobody's perfect, right? We're just making food here. We're not rocket scientists. We're not doing heart transplants here. We are just making some really good food. So there we go. And then I'll roll these up. I'm gonna put a little bit of ramen on the side, and there you go. Dinner in, what have I been on here for now? 8 minutes and 8.5 minutes or so. And this was in the microwave for maybe 5 on top of that. I'm gonna call this about 30 minutes total. Prep, assembly, the whole thing. Less than 30 minutes for dinner. Everybody can do that. If you want some more information about the Good Food Real Fast Asian Kit, pop me a message down in the comments. I'd love to hear. And I also would love to hear, what are you guys having for dinner? Share some of your meals for tonight. I'd love to see some pictures. Post them in the comments below. And I will see you guys tomorrow for Thankful Thursday. Have a great night, everybody. Bye.